100 plastic and rubber per minute, plus a bonus 1300 megawatts of power. Hello everyone, my name is Sheffrey. Welcome back for episode 11 of the Satisfactory series here on YouTube. In this video, we're going to dive straight into our first round of oil production, including fuel power. Thank you guys for all the support and help with the series so far. Let's jump right into it. Alright, welcome back to the first oil episode. So I'm going to try and be a little bit ambitious with this one. I'm going to try and set up our oil refinery, some plastic and rubber, package fuel, and fuel generators, giving us a little bit of power all in one episode. We'll do it in steps though, so we'll start with the oil refineries. I did gather all the stuff we're going to need for oil processing, so we can unlock it in the hub right away. So we're just going to go ahead and slap this big red button and send that on off. I have no idea what you meant by that. Anyway, welcome back guys. I really appreciate y'all being here. You know, we're getting close to 200 subs already, which is kind of crazy. So thank you guys again for all the support of the series so far. Last time I did finish it off building a little bit of a road section. If you see, I did end up adding a little bit more. We did actually try to stream this a little bit and worked on some pillar blueprints. And we did like the T section and everything and built a little bit more of our highway. Although I did run into a monster problem where I had to delete a giant highway section and start all over because I had just misaligned one section on my up ramp. But it's all fixed now and set back up again. It's actually perfect. The flying moth actually goes right under that bridge section there. So it's not in his way or anything, and I actually think that looks pretty cool. Anyway, so today we're going to start with doing the oil refinery section. We're going to need 10 oil refineries, and it's going to be set up to give us 100 plastic, 100 rubber per minute, I should say. And then at the end, we're going to have our fuel generators set up to give us 1300 megawatts of extra power. So I'm just going to head on over here. I'll show you guys what I was doing. I have set up this section over here. I'm only using 2 of these assemblers at the moment. This one is set up to do stators. And I have them both. I have both of these overclocked all the way just to speed things up a little bit. And then these are also making motors. So I get 12.5 motors per minute, and then I get 12.5 stators per minute. The motor section gets backed up quite often, but that's just because the stators are not keeping up with production, but that's okay. We'll throw a few more in here before we go do anything else. Throw those in there. And we'll see how many we have in storage here. Oh my god, we actually have quite a few motors. That's actually perfect. Because we're going to need motors for the oil refineries. So we're going to head on over here for a second. I'm going to back to the base. And we'll go over our quick little to-do list. So we've got our oil refinery, plastic and rubber, packaged fuel, fuel generators. So in order to do step number 1, we're going to go to production here. We're going to go to refineries. We are going to need 10 of these to start. We're going to need 13 total. But for step number 1, we just need 10 refineries. We are going to need an oil extractor. Just one. Now let me click on it there. Here we go. And then we're going to need a bunch of pipes as well. So we're going to head on over to a spot I marked out last time on our little adventure, the pure oil node. If you head over there and you haven't done this already, there are quite a few, I call them bad things that want to hurt you over on this island. I did take the time to clear those out already, so we can just kind of head on over there and get set up. But yeah, if you haven't killed anything over there already, there's a few things to deal with. But we are going to need to, well, I guess you don't need to. You can run over there if you want. But I have started the road section that's going to take us all the way over there. So I think I want to finish off that a little bit before we get started on our refineries. Shouldn't take too long. I might even just throw it in as like a quick little montage here. All we're really going to do is build some more road sections until we reach where we need to go. But before I do that, I'll have to grab a bunch of stuff that we're going to need. I have a bunch of road materials set up here in these storage bins. I may need more color cartridges. I don't think 100 is going to be enough. So I'm going to run and grab some more color cartridges, and then we'll load up with the rest of this stuff. We'll just hit take all. Did it grab enough rods? Yeah, that should be okay. So yeah, let's make a few more color cartridges and then we should be good to finish off more of this road section. Okay, I grabbed some more color cartridges. Does anybody know? Let me know in the comments down below if there's a good, easy way of getting flower petals. I usually just do it by getting a bunch of leaves off the ground, so I feel like there's probably a better way of doing that. Anyway, let's hop in our little Explorer here. I'll take you guys down the road here a little ways. I haven't lit everything up yet, and I did end up adding some ramps down the side because I just felt like it helped fill it in a little bit more. I do have this way blocked off so far because you can't, there's nothing up that way, so I just blocked that way off for now. But if we come on in this direction, it goes directly west. If I was to turn left up here, it takes us down to this little island off to the side. But I don't know if there's actually, is there anything actually over here? Oops. Let me see if I can like scan for anything that might be over here. I mean, is there iron? No. How about copper? Let me know if you guys know if there's anything over there. I haven't actually built all the way down yet, so I don't want to go over there, but we'll finish our drive over here. And then we get to the very end right here. So I should have enough materials to keep this going. I think I have it on my hotbar. It is piece number 1, the 4x4 road flat. I'm gonna put it in blueprint mode. I'm just gonna keep building this along here. Oh, almost missed. So yeah, by keeping it in blueprint mode, it should always just be locking on in the exact way I need it to be. Just gonna bring this all the way over here. I at least know this is on the world grid. That's a long road. Okay, so the oil we're looking for is down there, I think, right? Let me check. I can scan for oil now. Should be right there. Wait. Okay, there it is. I was like, wait a second. Oh, is it a little bit further than I think it is? Is it over there? I thought it was on this one. No, okay. Yeah, we'd have to go further. It's all the way up here. Here's the pure one I marked. So I think it is... Yeah, I think it's all the way back there. Okay, that's fine. That's what we got. Okay, I'm back with more quick wire. And I decided to put a T-split right here. So we're going to head off in this direction so we can get closer to the oil. And then for this one, I'm probably just going to end up sending it up or down. Probably down, actually. But anyway, for now, we're going to send it off this side. I need to go back to default mode. No, blueprint, actually. I'll just get close to the edge. There we go. Lock it in place and nudge it over. I think I nudged it too far, actually. There we go. That's in place now. So now I'll add a few more of these. Until I'm roughly lined up with where the oil is. I mean, close enough anyway, because we're going to be building a fairly large platform for this. So let's go 1, And then we'll do a right turn. Actually, we'll do one more, and then we'll do a turn. So we go to 4. This is my turn piece. Lock it and nudge it into place. Just like that. Now I should be able to go back to the 4x4 road flat. If it'll... There we go. Lock that. And then we're going to nudge it over. 1 and 2. Make sure it's all lined up. Even though you're nudging them, they're still on the world grid. I think it's just the way I designed the blueprints that you just have to nudge them into place sometimes. Okay, so I have iron rods here. I believe the oil, yeah, the oil I think is on that. Oh wait, no, because it'd be cleared if it was over there. Wait, where is the oil I'm going to? Because I did clear the island that I was going to work on. It looks like it's that one right there, so it's maybe a couple of those things respawned. That's okay. Those you can deal with pretty easily. I don't know if you've seen in my montages before. An easy way of dealing with them without setting them off is if you just crouch, sneak up to them. It won't set them off, and you can just wail away on them or throw some obelisks on them, whatever you want. So I'm just going to throw some quick ramps on here for now. Just going down so that we can get started on our oil. Let's go to foundations. A ramp. See if I can get this to snap to this easily. We'll go to Zoop. There we go. We'll go down like that. Same thing from here. This will just be a temporary way of going down. Okay, so we'll hop in our little explorer here. Oh, I get rid of these while I still remember to. I never did figure out a way to like connect these together without having it clip, without making like multiple blueprint pieces. So I just decided to delete pieces as needed. Okay, let's bring the explorer over here. We're going to need plastic and rubber for moving on to the second part of this anyway, so let's head on over here. Nice, it looks like the ramp goes right down to the ground. We'll get all these lights set up or connected together at some point. It's like maybe we'll have to add an extra on that corner there. There we go. We're going to head down here. Oh, there is still some stuff that isn't... Oh, that guy's dead now. Oh. Wait, a bunch of stuff respawned. What happened? Yeah, I cleared off this whole island. Everything respawned. Why'd that happen? Yeah, because that's the oil node I marked right there. That's interesting. Alright, well, I guess we'll have to deal with these guys really quick. Do I have any obelisks on me? I don't. I may have to run back and grab those, because there's just an easier way of dealing with the spitters. So yeah, let me go grab some obelisks. I'm genuinely confused. I really thought I had cleared this island off. I definitely did, actually, so... I guess stuff respawns? Interesting. Anyway, let's grab some obelisks and I'll be right back. Oh wait, is that a crash ship over there? Oh, I think I've been to that one actually. But if you haven't been to that one, there's a crash ship over there. Okay, island has been re-cleared for the second time. Now that I think about it, I'm guessing it's because I didn't build anything here that they respawn. But we're building here this time, so there shouldn't be an issue anymore. So, now that we are over here, I've realized I forgot all the stuff I actually need for building this thing. Can I build the oil extractor while I'm here? Okay, at least I can build the oil extractor while I'm here. So let's get that set up. Throw down a few foundations, then I'll have to go back and grab what I need. I'm assuming I can also build on, making sure I'm building the world grid here. Assuming I can also build on foundations for this as well, just like the miners. Let's find out. I've never actually built this before, so. Think so? There we go. Okay. Just have to be also looking at it like usual. So let's lock it there for a second. I like the way it's facing. Heading towards a nice flat area. Actually, maybe we'll send it back. Maybe we'll send it back this way. Well, no, it's about the same amount of room. So yeah, we'll just plunk it down right there. My first oil extractor. So I think I want to overclock this. I'm going to have to go get a power shard. Yeah, I want to overclock this to do 300 per minute. So it fills one Mark 1 pipe. And that should feed 10 refineries. 5 for rubber, 5 for plastic. Hopefully my math is correct. I'm just going to put down a bunch of foundations for now. Just so that things don't respawn when I try to come back here again. I'm assuming maybe it's only when like you reload that they'll respawn, but not taking any chances. I don't want to do that the third time. Okay, so let me go grab the motors and the steel pipes for the refineries. And then we'll come back and put the rest of this together. So I should be able to hook this oil pump directly into just the singular line. If this is going to do 300, which let's set up the... Let's target this to do 300 per minute, 125%. That'll fill one Mark 1 pipe fully. And then we're going to set up our 10 refineries. We'll grab this one. What's the input? Input's orange, right? There we go. So we want the input facing towards me. Let's set them up right here. We'll go one there. Then we go 2. One, 2, 3. I'm just going to go down here. It's a lot easier. Got 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that should be 10. 10 refineries. So now I'm going to set up some pipeline junctions in front of all these refineries. Actually, you know what might be cool? Possibly a waste of materials, but you know what might be cool? Is it, oh, actually, I guess they don't really need to, but they're not going to get fed. Let's see what these inputs are. So 5 of these I want to set to plastic. So just crude oil. 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5th one. And then these are going to be rubber. No, wrong one. Not residual rubber. Rubber. There we go. Okay, so there is no input to this one on this line. Because I was thinking, I was like, if I shifted these up just like one floor, I could just do a pipeline. I don't really want to do too many logistics floors. But I was like, I could do like a pipeline floor and then feed them all up just from below. And that would clean up all the inputs really easily. But I mean, if I don't have to actually input anything into the solid side for this line, then I'm not going to worry about it. So there we go. We have 10 things. Each one all takes 30 per minute. We got 5 rubber, and 5 plastic. So now we're going to start doing our pipeline junctions. We'll line it up right in the middle here. One there. Make sure it's in line with everything else. It should be nice and easy with the green lines. Now, I believe you want to do junctions first and then connect up all your pipes to prevent any sort of issues with like backflow and stuff like that. Instead of just putting the one long pipe and then snapping the junctions in, I think this is the better way of doing it. Okay, this might cause me a problem. Can I line up? Can I line up with you? Literally, I was like, I just want to line it up. Wait, if I could do this? No. Yeah, I mean, if you nudge it, it's still the same. Okay, so let's do it right. I suppose I'll just feed it into this one. It'll be a little twisty, but that's okay. I wonder if I turned it and fed it out that, yeah, it doesn't really matter. Okay, so we're gonna do all our Mark 1 pipes here. Okay, so yeah, let's get these pipes all connected in. Oh, this pipeline junction's in the wrong spot. I don't know how that happened. So is this one. What were these lining up with? Wait a second. None of these are in the right spot. What were these all lining up with? Oh, I think it was lining up with the back output. See, I thought it was weird. I was like, well, what happened? There we go. So let's just get rid of all this stuff. I'll have to do that again. Okay, so now I know this is lined up with this one. Right in the middle here. Oh, okay, so I'm looking for the bright green lines. I was lined up with like the thin green ones. Okay, I got it now. My mistake. You guys are probably watching that being like, you idiot. It's okay. Sometimes I have to suffer. Hello? What is happening? Hook all our pipes in together. I think I've seen a lot of people do this where they color code their pipes. I think we should do that too. Plus it looks cool. So we're going to color these black for oil. I feel like that really helps come when you do like really big builds and you have to mix multiple what happened there? You have to mix multiple liquids together. The color coding the pipes becomes really helpful. Okay, so there's those. Connect all the machines in. Now I should be able to put a pipeline junction here that's nice and clean. Won't snap in perfectly, but I'll just line it up as best I can. Like that. There. That's what I wanted. Okay, so now we're going to color this all black. Custom swatch. Black. Just do all the pipes. Make sure I don't actually hit the ground, because otherwise the ground's going to get colored. Looks really cool, actually. I'll dye that black too. There we go. Okay, so that is everything for step 1 hooked up. Now I need to come back to the back side of these. So these first 5 we're all doing plastic. I'm going to set this up for now. We're going to go mergers. Yeah, mergers. And in front of the last one here in the middle, I'm going to send it going up. These ones I'll make sure I'm turning to the face that direction. I'm going to go grab some rods. Okay, back again with our materials. I think what I actually might end up doing is maybe at some point we'll add a hypertube network connected underneath the roadway. I think that'd be pretty cool. Okay, so let's get back to work here. Try not to make this episode 8 hours long. Oops, that didn't line up. There we go. Wait, did I face that the right way? I don't know if I did. Anyway, Mark 1 belts. Where's the output for this one? Okay, yeah, I faced the right way. So Mark 1 belt here. Coming out of all our machines into the mergers. And then this first one, this is going to be Mark 1 belt to here. This is still only 60. Actually, wait, how many is output per minute? 20. Okay, yeah, so it can be Mark 1 belt here. That's actually 40. This one will be 60. So still Mark 1 belt to this one. And then Mark 2 belt here. And a Mark 2 belt coming out of here. So for now, all we're going to do, this is going to be temporary. I'm going to send this into a storage. Storage right there. Smart splitter right here. Mark 2 belt connecting these. Mark 2 belt connecting these. And then temporary smart sinks, or awesome sinks, I mean. Just for any overflow. Like I said, this is all going to get taken out. So smart splitter, overflow, center output, any. So now that should be all our plastic. Now I'm going to do the same with our rubber. Again, it's all going to be temporary, but we're going to do the same thing where we bring it over here. So we'll grab our mergers. With this one facing out towards me. And same thing here. Oh wait, sorry. Turn those actually. Sheffer made a whoopsie. There we go. Okay, same thing here. They also only come out at 20 per minute, so Mark 1 belts feeding out of the machines. Mark 1 belt there. Mark 1 belt there. This will be your 60. So Mark 1 belt connecting to there. Mark 2 belt here. Mark 1 there. And then the exact same here. We grab a smart splitter. We grab a storage. Mark 2 belts connecting them. And then to the right side is going to be overflow. Build our second awesome sink. Just temporarily. So these should fill up. That'll be plastic and this will be rubber. So now I just need to bring some power on over here, which is going to be a long way. So you could definitely, an easier way would actually probably be to connect up all the street lights and run it over that way. I'm just going to run like a temporary power pole out this way. So we'll start from, we'll start dragging it from here. Let me grab our power lines. So we'll just build a temporary pole there, and then I'm going to run these all the way back. Actually, we don't need to run these all the way back. What we can do is run them to our coal plant right here. Instead of running it all the way back here, we'll just run it to the coal plant. And actually, we may be able to connect it into the quartz, which is up right here somewhere. So if I just run it kind of down here and over, or if I down here and then, yeah, I think if I go down here, there's a little cave that cuts across here. Let's do it like that. All right, we have power out here now, which means the oil extractor is all fired up. It is filling up our pipes. Everything should be going and filling up all our refineries. Actually, I'm honestly not really sure how this doesn't work quite like I'm used to fluids working, so I'm kind of interested to see how this is going to go. But let's hook up our power lines here now. So where are the connections for these ones? Are they on the back? They're on the back. Okay. And they're actually really high up, so we're gonna go like I'll go like here. See how that goes? That's not bad. Oh yeah, actually, here, this would be an easy way to line it up. I'll just put them right in front of the pipe output. That did not go right in front of the pipe output. Like that. I'm just gonna fly for a second so I can actually see. Okay, yeah, that works. So we'll line them all up in front of the pipes. I really should have trusted that green line. Oops, I fell off. So there's our power lines. Now we just gotta hook up all the machines. I believe the pipes were already backed up, so hooking these up should be fine. And then now I actually have to hook this up to the rest of everything, so we'll do that from the far side over here. Bring a line out here to there. So that should be all the refineries going. Oh, I see plastic. Nice. It's working. Whoa, what was that? Is that the noise that refineries make? That's a crazy noise. There we got rubber. There we go. My first rubber and plastic setup. So technically I just did two things on the to-do list without ticking them off, so, but that's okay. So we go oil refinery and plastic and rubber. Now for the third step, packaged fuel, we'll actually have to go back and start unlocking more of the milestones. But if you want to wait here for a few minutes, make sure you grab yourself some rubber and some plastic, because we're going to need those for unlocking the milestones. This just looks really cool. What a crazy noise these things make. What's this little blip here? Who had an issue? Is everything working at like 100% efficiency? I think so. 100%. 100%. Yeah, everything seems to be working fine. Oh, I forgot I'm gonna have to deal with all that heavy oil residue. Right, so I do need to deal with the output from this line. Okay. Well, let me change that real quick. I'll disconnect this real quick. Actually, no, I'll let it run while I figure out how I'm going to do it. So, the awesome sinks are going to have to move, for sure. Sorry if this episode is going to be insanely long because I don't know how to build things. Okay, so I'm going to have to take out these power lines. I guess I could put in new ones temporarily. Off to the side. So here, actually I did that wrong. Actually, how do I do this? How do you do this again? Or here, yeah. Let me just do it like this. Oh wait, no. That's not gonna work, right? Okay, so I'm just gonna move them into the middles. Wait, why did that not work? Oh, okay, there we go. Now I got it. Okay, moving all of these off to the side. That's all the plastic ones moved. Yeah, I was gonna say, these are all gonna stop anyway, so I guess it's not really a big deal to cut the power on these. So we're gonna get rid of all the poles in front of the outputs. You can tell this is my first time doing an oil layout. Forgot all about the liquids that come out after. Okay, so power poles are gone. I think I can fit this in. So we're gonna need more pipes. Output pipes. Go horizontal to vertical, as I like to do. Not like that? Okay. Okay, so maybe what I'll do... Here, I'll just reset this up entirely. So I apologize if you're following along. Wait, I'm full? Dang. Okay, let me throw down a storage bin just for putting stuff into then. Here's a few things I know I don't need for now. I don't need these motors at the moment either. There, now I don't have to leave a bunch of stuff laying around. Okay, quick little redesign. I mean, hey, it worked for getting us some basic stuff. Get rid of these Mark 1 conveyor belts. How do I want just mergers. Oh, and then I also need to take out the Mark II belts, but that's fine. Okay. Now we're ready for a redesign. That's my bad, guys. Sorry if you were following along. But this is the fun part. This is watching me try and come up with cool designs and struggle, and honestly, this is probably just going to keep going as we progress forward in the series. I am getting pretty nervous for progressing beyond this point because, I mean, as you can tell, I have not been this far before. So it's all going to be a learning experience. But I appreciate you guys sticking with the channel, supporting us as we grow. I hope to keep this series going as long as we can, and eventually move on to other games as well. Okay, so now knowing I have two outputs to deal with, let's hook up our pipe section. We'll do pipe section first. That seems to usually be the easiest way. Okay, maybe I'll do it like this. Let's do lifts that connect into each other. Like that, and that should give me enough space to run pipes through underneath. So I'm going to do that all the way along. Just Mark 1 lifts. I think this will actually look pretty cool. There we go. So now that should give me enough room to run a pipe section all the way underneath here. Now, how much actually comes out? Can it just be 1? So it's 10 per minute. So that is, and that's 1 meter cubed. So that's 100. So for 10 machines. Okay, so yeah, that should just be 1 Mark 1 pipe connecting every single one of these together. That should work. So what we'll do is we'll send that all the way, send everything, all that to the, down that way. Is that in the right spot? Yes, it is. Okay. Now I want the pipe running that way. So let's get these all hooked in. Or lined up, I should say. Pipeline junctions all the way down. Am I lining these up properly? No. Those ones were. That one was not. So here, let's set up some pipes here so we get an idea of how this looks. What happened there? There we go. Perfect. Right in between. Even the marker is... Well, I mean, we could always just swap these to the clean pipelines. And then you don't have the flow indicators on them. I feel like I don't necessarily need the flow indicators on these ones. Hope these are all going in the right spot. And final one. So hopefully my math's correct here. Otherwise I'm going to have to redesign this whole thing. Oops. If you're watching this video being like, Chef, you are so dumb. I agree. What is happening? My misclicks today are brutal. Can I fit under here? Oh, I can fit under here. Okay. All right. So that should be a purple line. I have a purple color in here. Just make it more purple. Yeah, there we go. Gotta know what the... This helps me know what the liquid is. Plus, I like purple. Purple's one of my favorite colors. There we go. Purple pipes all the way down. So this is the heavy oil residue. This is what I had to deal with that was causing all my machines to back up. So I guess that's fun thing we learned about the refineries is if you don't take the other thing out, it backs up the other one. So I believe the idea here is actually going to be this pipeline is going to end up feeding into 3 more refineries. So I'm going to try and set that up now for the future cheffery. So we need 3 more refineries, and I am going to bring them out. I'm going to put them over here, because that's all going to get sent that way. So, oh, autosave. So this should give me enough space here. So if I go to production, do I have enough for 3 more? I do. Excellent. So we're going to go same thing here. Make sure this is in a spot that I like. I think so. 1, 2, and 3. So I don't have the recipe for... Oh, I do. I do have the thing for fuel. So I can set this up already. Okay, so we're going to go residual fuel here. Residual fuel here. Residual fuel here. So that's going to take our heavy oil residue. And it looks like it takes 180. Do I make this? I think I make this much. If I don't, I can always adjust it down as need be. We're going to connect our pipes in together here. You know what I'm going to do? I'm actually going to move these so that the first refiner is lined up with the output of this pipe here. Just like that. So that when I put the junction in here, it can just feed directly from there. So we got our pipes here. This is why I thought about doing like maybe in the future when we're doing this, just doing like pipeline floors. So you can send this stuff up and down, and then you only got to worry about doing your conveyor belts up on the regular floor. Let's connect those in together. Get our purple swatch out. Oh man, it looks so different in the shade. That's cool. The sun really changes the color. Look at the difference. It's literally 2 different shades of purple. Oh, I wonder what it looks like with global illumination on. Probably really cool. Okay, so those are now all connected. And then on the outputs, I believe I can then put these all together again. I have to reset these to residual fuel again. I believe these all fit in a Mark 1 pipe. And they're going to fill a bunch of fluid buffers. Which I will have to go grab modular frames for. I think I'm going to build about 10. The more you build, the more time you'll have before you have to come and flush it. Because Because the thing we're going to have to do, we're going to have to keep flushing the line until we can get our the next part set up where we actually make use of the fuel. So I think I can actually power this back on, maybe. Now that it'll actually move stuff. No, I'm gonna need the fluid buffers first. And so let's finish setting up all these lines here, and then we'll run back and grab the modular frames that we're gonna need. So we're gonna re-put all our mergers facing down this way. I lined that up correctly. I did. Bring that out one just to make it nice right in the middle. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh wait, did I count? Yeah, okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This should be facing towards me. Mark 1 belts feeding all your mergers. Mark 1 belt here. Mark 1 belt here. That's 40. That's 20, 40, 60. This will be 80, so this will be a Mark 2 belt. Then we're going to do the exact same thing over here. Merge there. Turn that one. Mark 1 belts. This is 20 into 40. 40 into 60. 60 goes into 80, so we swap to the Mark II. I delete this storage bin for now. We put in new storage bins. We'll put them further out this time. New storage bins. Put in our smart splitters. Actually, here, let's put in our awesome sinks. As that's really going to dictate where this goes. Is that really not clipping with anything? That is impressive. That is space-saving management right there. So this is why I wanted to do that, so I can actually line these up together. So we got our smart splitter there. Our smart splitter there. I faced these the wrong way, didn't I? I sure did. Input from me. Now, Mark II belts, feeding those. Mark II belts feeding all of these, actually. Smart splitter number 1, output any, in the middle. Left, overflow. This side, center is fine. Right side, overflow. Now we're set that up. Now we've set it up again. Okay. That was embarrassing. Most YouTubers probably cut that out. Me, I show my mistakes. I think this actually looks even cooler than it did before. Looks a lot more industrial for sure. Okay, so that's all hooked up now. The only thing we need before we can power this all back on is the fluid buffers for catching all our fuel. Otherwise, it's all just going to get backed up again. So I think I will power all of this on just to let it get a little backed up. Because this is a manifold system. Otherwise, I think these might go in and out. So let's connect these all back to the power. Let's connect these to power as well. but I won't connect them into the actual main power line. So it's just going to be, it's just a liquid coming out of these ones, I think. Yeah, just liquid coming out of these. That's all connected. So we can connect this back in now. So we should see, oh, that's cool. I like that. The color almost matches the pump lines. So hopefully that works. Should be man, that's gonna back up real fast. All right, let's go grab those the modular frames for fuel buffers. So while I'm back at base here gathering up the modular frames, I figured I would just do the alternative fluid transport as we need that for our packaged fuel step anyway. The 25 heavy modular frames I just ended up making by hand. It's really not that hard. Just 5 modular frames, 15 steel beams, 5 encased industrial beams, and 100 screws for one each. So it was pretty easy to put together. We had all the motors, plastic I just brought back, and we had plenty of copper wire laying around. So we'll send this off now.
Milestone reached. Fluids can now be packaged to allow for transportation via vehicle and conveyor belts. Additionally, highly improved biofuel can now be produced.
I mean, the main exciting part is now we can actually have fuel for our vehicles. That's not just random coal and stuff that we had laying around. So yeah, for packaged fuel, we are going to need production. I'm going to need 1 packager. I'm going to need 1 constructor. And that should be pretty much all I need. I think the 1 constructor is going to actually be building the empty containers, and then the packager is going to put the fuel into the container. I believe that's how that works. So I have 10 rubber back over at the base and plastic as well. So we got everything we're gonna need for that. So we can head it back on over. Okay, back over at the oil production facility now. Perfect timing as the sun just came up. We are going to have to link these 3 outputs together. Let's grab some pipeline junctions. Put it right in the middle there. Make sure we line up these. And I mean, fuel is actually orange, so these pipes actually just work out. Oops. So that should be the output from those coming together. That's going to feed the packager. So the packager, I'm going to want to put... Oh, I need the plastic and rubber from here. Rubber, plastic. So the packager I'm going to want to put here. Actually, wait, no, because I'm going to want some of these to feed... At some point, I want these to feed the fuel generators. So I think what I'll do is I'll put another splitter here. Or a pipeline junction, I mean. So that these combine together, but then they split evenly off in each direction. So now we're going to put the packager over here. A pipeline junction there temporarily. Okay, sorry, my recording kind of crashed there. So let's connect these 2 together. Make sure those are lined up nicely. And then I'm going to use horizontal to vertical from here into this. Oh, maybe I need to go this way. No, I have to go further. Oh, it has to be higher up if I want it to be okay, so let's do it like, let's put down 2-meter foundation. Right there. Take out the foundation and do a nice horizontal to vertical. There we go. We're going to set this up for packaged fuel. But I'm going to turn this down so it only makes 4 per minute, like way down to 10%. Because honestly, we don't need a ton to start off with. It's literally just going to be fuel for our vehicle for now, because we don't even have the jetpack. So we don't need very much plastic. I will just split that off from the line over here. Plastic is this side, I believe. Yes. So I think from this side, I will send a Mark 1 belt. Down this way. Is that straight? Yeah. Bring it over here. Face it away from me. I think that's the right spot, right? Yeah. We'll go like this. Let's see how I can line this up properly. I'll bank you out. Oh, okay. Hang on. Hi, fix. Oh, I didn't realize that was still there. Hello? Go away. Oh, whoops. I goofed. There we go. I feel like that seems like it doesn't go straight, so I'm gonna try and fix that. There we go. Okay. So now that should bring over the plastic that we need. I just gotta make sure I set the smart splitter up correctly. So we're gonna go penny, so that should split the plastic evenly. So now I should be able to add in the fluid buffers, and I think I gotta hook this packager up to, I'm gonna give it a storage. Let's give it an industrial storage. Just a Mark 1 belt. They don't come out that fast. Hook this up to power. Bring a line over here. That's okay. Oops. I think I just doubled up my power lines there. There we go. Connect that there. Honestly, we should be able to connect everything into the power now. Oh wait, no, I just need the fluid buffers first. So let me get the fluid buffers over here. I can make industrial fluid buffers now. Should I just make that? I think I should just make that. Yeah, let me go grab what we'll need for the... Actually, I can probably just make them here, can I? Let me see. Maybe modular frames. I need more encased industrial beams. Okay. Okay, so I decided to just go with the regular fluid buffers for now, just so I can actually at least turn this system on and have it running. And then we'll worry about changing them out to an industrial fluid buffer at some point. But our main goal here to finish off the episode is going to be getting fuel generators so that we can actually add some power onto the end. But in order to do that, we're going to have a few more steps in between. But we're going to have to head back to base 4. But before we do that, let's fire this system on fully. It should be okay now for a little bit of time. So these should be dealing with all the residual fuel, or the heavy oil residue, turning that into fuel, hopefully. So that's just pumping all the way along. We should allow our plastic and rubber to start coming back out now. Have I done something incorrectly here? I think we don't seem to be able to move enough the fluids fast enough. I thought it would be able to go in one line. Or maybe it might just all be pumping out still. I wonder if that's it. Yeah, I think because we backed the line up so badly that it's going to take a little bit for them to empty out into these machines. Okay, everyone's back to 100% efficiency now. I just went in and did a little quick... I clicked on full pipe network and I flushed the whole pipe system. Because I had let the whole system crash, it backed everything up just really heavily. So by flushing all the fluids out of the network, everything seems to be back to flowing again now. So now that that's all going, we've got plastic running along here. That's fine, that's going to get backed up. The rest is going to flow into storage, and once storage is backed up, then we'll send it through here, and only occasionally will it pull plastic from here. I also could have just ran it directly from the storage bin, but I think that would mess up. Actually, no, I guess either way it would work the same. So yeah, you could run it directly from the storage bin too if you want. So now we've got our fuel coming in here. Oh, that's why. I was like, wait a second, I did something wrong here. It's not like this. I forgot the constructor. This is what happens when you're a new player. Okay, so I'm gonna move this a little bit. I'm gonna grab our constructor before this all backs up again. I'm gonna put you right here. I'm gonna keep this nice and clean now. Oh, that's not gonna work. Let's move you over one. There we go. Okay, so from here, there we go. So this is going to make empty canisters. Goofball Sheffrey over here. So how many canisters do I need per minute? Only 4. So we'll dial this down to do 4. Takes 2 plastic per minute, hardly anything at all. And then we're going to grab our Mark 1 belts. Oops. There we go. Okay. Hook that up to power. There we go. Good stuff. Actually, I think what kept it all from backing up was actually probably this fluid buffer line. These are all connected, right? Oh, it doesn't work like that? Oh, dang. Okay. Well, we'll just have to... I thought you could just link them all together because it was clipping in. I was like, okay, cool. I think from here we'll go like this. Make this look a little cooler. Oops, didn't line up at all. Okay, so now I just need to hook these up with pipes. Oops. That one's going to go into there. One's going to go into here. And that should give me enough for enough overhead. And then we're just going to flush this before I go. Oh, that actually flushes this thing too. That's okay. Not a big deal. This thing goes so slow, it's fine. Any fuel yet? No, not yet. The first canister, does this have canisters yet? It does, okay. Let's currently make it. It's just going ever so slowly. Yeah, like we'll adjust it shortly once I get things resituated, and we start to get things set up a little bit for power. So we're gonna have to head on back to base now. Make sure you bring some rubber and plastic with you, because the autosave almost crashes my game. I'm gonna leave some things behind, so I'm gonna make an extra storage bin here because we're gonna need a lot of this when we get back. Let's throw that there for now. We'll put in the copper pipes or copper sheaths, so we'll need those for pipes when we get back. Leave the AI limiters, sheets, pipes, all that stuff. There, now I can grab some plastic. Actually, I'll just take everything with me. Take all the rubber, all the plastic. Do one little fly over here so you guys can get a good look at what we're doing here. So we've got our 10 refineries, all being fed from this one slightly overclocked pump. We give it a one single pipe of 300 all the way along. Those 10 refineries are feeding their output of liquid, what is it, the heavy oil residue. It's coming over here to be refined into fuel, just filling up our fuel network, as well as building us some canisters. And then you have one constructor taking a little bit of plastic to make some empty canisters to feed that machine. And there we go. So pretty simple. Only messed up a good handful of times, but now it seems like we're good to go. Everything, it looks like they're in 100% efficiency. And we can head back to base and get our fuel generators. Okay, I'm back. Sorry, there might be a few cuts in this episode. I had a few things pop up while I was recording. So, I believe we are now moving on to take off packaged fuel from our to-do list, as that is finally complete. It's very basic for now, but I think it's all we need. We're going to come over to the hub here, start filling up what we need for industrial manufacturing. So throw the few motors we have in there. Plastic, rubber, and then I will go grab the last little bit of cables that we need, as well as the motors from over at our manufacturing plant here. Okay, so we got everything we're going to need. Throw the motors in there. Throw the cables in there. Hit our big red button.
Milestone reached. The manufacturer increases production complexity. A critical look at production line logistics
4
and
inputs.
efficiency is recommended during integration. The truck allows for increased efficiency in transportation.
But we also got trucks.
Or otherwise. New project parts enable progress to the next phase.
Trucks. Oh my god, trucks are huge. Need for making trucks. Motors, circuit boards, heavy modular frames, rubber. Oh my god, those are hard to make. Well, they are right now. We'll get there though. And now we have the manufacturer, the 4 there it is, 4 input. Oh, those are huge. I have not used these before ever. I'm excited and scared. Okay, so now we can kind of go on over here. Select our next milestone that we're going to need, which is Logistics Mark IV, which coincidentally gets us conveyor belt Mark IVs, which is nice, but it also gets us the fuel generators that we're going to need. Now we're going to need quite a bit of things, 100 computers, which we cannot really make. They're going to need to be made at manufacturers, but I think you can make them by hand. I might make them by hand for now. It's going to be a lot of circuit boards. I'll probably make all this by hand for now. If you want to skip this step and hold off on this part, you certainly can. You'll just have to go and flush the fuel line quite often. I mean, unless you switch over to the industrial fuel buffers. But I want to do this all in this episode just so we can get a nice, clean, 100% efficiency over there. So I'm going to select this really quick. Let's see. What do I need for making computers? Circuit boards. And for circuit boards, I need copper sheets and plastic. So I think maybe I'll throw together... I'll throw some of this into an assembler and I'll overclock it just so we can get the circuit board part done. And I'm going to I'll probably cut this middle part out for anyone who didn't want to follow along. I'll just kind of skip right to when we have the computers, but I will show you just a couple things in between. All right, so I actually decided that I'm going to be a little bit of a sneaky sneak, and I'm going to buy the computers that I need because I actually have quite a few Fixa coupons, and you get 50 computers per, and I only need 100, so I'm just going to do this twice. Takes 12 coupons. If you want to skip this part, you're more than welcome to, but there we go, 100 computers. Easy as that. So now we just got to go grab the, I think we have 400 rubber. We'll grab more encased industrial beams, and then I'll just try to hand make the heavy modular frames, or should I just buy them? I'll buy them. Don't judge me. Don't judge me. This episode's taking forever. Okay, so now we can load everything up in for Logistics Mark IV. Oh, I had to wait for the autosave. I thought my game crashed. Computers, rubber, encased industrial beams, heavy modular frames. Don't want to send anything else before we go. Don't want the jetpack. No, I don't have everything we're gonna need for that yet. Trains, nope. Yep, let's just keep it the way it is. Send it off. I don't want to get too far ahead of myself. Even though the next handful of episodes are going to be a lot of factory building.
Additionally, improved conveyor belts and lifts can now be constructed.
Nice.
Deuterium scanning unlocked.
Actually, what do you need for conveyor belt Mark IVs? Encased industrial beams, nice. That's actually not bad, because I'm making quite a few of those already. So that's perfect. Okay, so now we should be able to make the fuel generators. And we're going to need 8 of these. So I need 40 more computers and 80 more heavy modular frames. And you bet your sweet bippy that I'm going to buy those. If I have enough. The computers, at least, for sure. There we go. We'll get the computers. And then the heavy modular frames. I'll put those together. That's not bad. Alright, we finally have everything we're going to need. It's a beautiful, beautiful nighttime. God, this game is just so pretty. Sorry if I'm kind of stepping forward a little bit too much for anyone who's trying to follow along. Like I said earlier, I mainly just want to get these fuel generators set up so we have 100% efficiency over there, and I can kind of leave that set up and going over there. And what I'd really like to do is set up a truck that'll bring me the rubber and the plastic over here. And then a lot of the next episodes are going to be we're going to be dialing it back a little bit and going back to some factory builds, because we're going to need factories for making like circuit boards. We're going to need, we're going to eventually be setting up into our manufacturers where we need heavy modular frames, the computers, all that stuff. So if you thought I was kind of getting a little too far ahead on this one, I definitely agree. But yeah, I'll be dialing it back a little bit over the next few episodes. But at least this way, it'll be 100% efficient and I don't have to worry about it. And I get a little bit extra power. So we're going to head on over there. I wish I had my car to drive back over, but we'll just have to run over. And I'll see you guys at the oil facility. Here we are back at the oil facility with perfect sunrise coming up. And we've got I was just doing some testing right before we got here. We've got our 8 fuel generators that we're going to set up going down this way. I did have to add a whole bunch of more platforms to the back. But what we're going to do is we're going to start the first fuel generator right here. And the way they sit, just to make it nice and even and give ourselves some extra space, I'm going to put the input right in the middle of the 3 foundations wide. I'll lock that in place for a second. So it takes up a 3x3 platform, and I like to stick it right in the middle. So it's got the same space all around. So we go 1 there, do the same here. 2, 3, and 4. And then we're going to do the same here. 1, 2, 3, and 4 for a total of 8. So I'm going to take away this fluid buffer here. I'm going to flush this full pipe network for now. believe the output will allow me to continuously like keep this one running. Okay, why am I not getting any plastic? Why not? Oh, it's just, never mind. Sorry, the plastic's back here. I confused myself again. Okay, so we're gonna run pipeline junctions in between each of these. So we're gonna grab pipeline junctions right in the middle between those two. Now bring it down. Same thing all the way to the end here as it auto saves. Then we're going to connect all these. Just like that. Oh, I gotta grab my copper sheets out of my storage here. Look at that cute little fuel. Okay, so there we go. We're gonna connect this one up here. That's all our fuel generators. Now we're gonna go to a nice bend right here. Take out the fluid buffers. I think this might be too long. I have to run a support. There we go. And then I will connect this into here. From which point do I want to connect to? Probably this one. There we go. Let me take out that support there. There we go. Got a nice 90-degree turn there. So now this should start filling up. I believe this should work correctly without having to take away. Everyone should have a nice output now. Hopefully everyone's getting the appropriate amount of heavy oil residue. Yeah, I think this should be correct. I think I mathed it out right. That seemed like it turned, but it actually didn't. That was weird. I feel like there's sometimes like visual glitches with the pipes. It'll get here eventually. That's why I'm not bothering to turn these on just yet. I'll let these stay idle until it's all filled up and backed up. And it'll be nice and it's basically a fuel manifold line. I think that's technically the whole setup, so I'll give it a little flyover here. I believe once everything kind of balances out. So this looks like maybe it's not getting enough heavy oil residue. I don't think any of these are getting enough heavy oil residue. I mean, this one is. Okay, so it's just the manifold line needs to get backed up a little more. Or should I, oh, maybe what I should do. I'm going to do this in flight mode just because it's easier. So I do a junction here. And then I split them directly down the middle. Would that help feed those better? It should, right? Wait, why is this? What happened here? What? What on earth happened? There we go. I don't know what happened there. That was so strange. There we go. That should split the heavy oil residue better between these machines. Because it seems like we're getting plenty coming down the pipe. Oh yeah, that's a much better split now. Much more even. I guess if you were less space saving, you could have just shifted them over and ran it right to the center one and split from there, but I was saving a little bit of space. There we go. That's a nice even split now. Okay. That should help more. So each one, so we get 20 cubic meters of heavy oil residue. Which is technically even more than this should be taking. Because this is only 18. Should I dial one of these up just a little bit? Is my math correct there? So there's 10 of these, so that would be 20 cubic meters, right? And there's 3 of these, which means there's only 18 cubic meters. So we're overflowing by 2. But you know what? It might still balance out properly. Because fluids are fluids. So honestly, having that 2 extra probably is a safe bet. These are all 100%, so it's not like these are getting backed up or anything. I think these are running at 100% now as well. They'll take a few minutes for the numbers to actually catch back up, but... But I think that was just a sink that went out. Yeah. But it seems like we've balanced it out really nicely now. We haven't hooked these up yet, but I want to make sure my pipes are all backed up first. Looks like we're probably good to go. Everyone's all filled up. Okay, let's finish this flyover at least. So we've got our one oil extractor. That was weird. Our one oil extractor feeding into 10 refineries. The oil extractor is overclocked a little bit to give us 300 per minute, filling up that one pipe. So we filled all these refineries. 5 of them do plastic and 5 of them do rubber. The plastic is feeding into a storage, an awesome sink, as well as one constructor making us empty canisters to supply our one packager to make packaged fuel. And then we've got these 3 refineries turning our output of heavy oil residue into fuel, or residual fuel, I believe it's called, which we are then... Oh, that is bent. I just realized. Time to fix. Sometimes you don't see that until you're overhead. Right in the middle. There you go. Okay, so these 3 refineries doing the fuel. They're like, hey, we need a pipeline to empty out into. They are sending the fuel all the way down here to the 8 fuel generators, which we are now going to hook up to power. You know, I'm just going to do it in flight mode this time. Make a special exception. Just because I've been recording this episode for 3.5 hours now. So where are the power hookups for these? Looks like they're in the back. Okay. We'll have to do a, I'm back here for this one. Actually, let's run them all back here. Oh, yeah, I'll save. Run them all in the back. Okay, so we're going to connect these up. Hopefully this works. Connect these guys up. And then connect them into the rest of the power grid. Is that, did we do it? Did Sheffrey complete his first oil build? Literally ever? I've never done any of this before. Oh my god, and it's perfectly efficient? And we almost make... It's almost 420 if I hold it up. Nice. Wow, okay, so... I think I did it. Yeah, that is a sound of surprise in my voice because I didn't think I was going to be able to do it. I mean, I know we made a few mistakes along the way, but I think that's actually it. That is our first oil production facility. So we got all our refiners there, 5 plastic, 5 rubber, 3 more there doing fuel. This bad boy right here is making us some plastic containers to make us some fuel canisters. I'm going to grab to use... I think we actually drive back this time. And then the refineries making fuel are also pumping out the excess over to these 8 fuel generators, giving us an extra 1,200 per minute. Oh, we're wobbling here. What do we got? We're a little wobbly woo. Is that this facility? Yes, yes it is. What are we short on here? Fuel. I don't understand. Aren't we pumping up enough? Aren't we pumping out enough fuel? I don't know if I figured it out, but whatever I did seems to have worked. So I think I had too many of these junction crosses coming through here. It seemed to be causing me some backup issues. So I took out all the junctions between the main line coming out of the refineries. This is now just a single pipeline, no junctions, until you actually hit the 3 refineries over here. And that seems to have balanced it out properly. This one's just very slowly coming back to 100%, but they all seem to be working properly now. So yeah, I mean, you can tighten that up too, and just bring it straight across there. But yeah, so I don't know if there's some sort of issue. If you have too many junction crosses, it creates issues with your flow. So I ended up just taking them out, and now everything seems fine. So now that should actually be correct. Apologies for anyone who was following along if that was kind of all over the place. This took me almost 5 hours to record this episode today, so hopefully I can cut it down to something a little bit easier to follow along with. And as always, I very much appreciate you guys being here. This is going to have to be the end of the episode today. We are out of time. Just ticking fuel generators right off the list. That's it. It is our first oil setup, and next time we're going to be jumping into a bunch of different factory builds over the next few episodes. We're going to need computers, circuit boards, heavy modular frames, all sorts of things. So get your materials ready. I think also one of those episodes we will work on expanding the road highway. And in that I may do like a little bonus thing where we do like a little Q&A thing. If you guys are like wanted to ask me some questions, it doesn't have to be outside, literally anything that you want to ask me. Like I've seen other YouTubers do in the past, just something to kind of fill the time. It'll be like a little bonus as we build some roads. I'll let you guys know closer to it when we actually end up doing it. But yeah, for now, thank you guys again so much for all the support with this series. Here is the one last flyover of our first time oil setup. I definitely could have been a lot more efficient on my use of space. If I had turned, say, the packager more this way, we could have shaved off a good chunk going that way. But anyway, yeah, thank you guys again, and I will see you in the next episode.